Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori. If you're new here, welcome. So I did it. Guys, look, I actually finished cutting all of the color out of my hair. You can really see the gray that's coming in now. It's a very salt and peppery up top. You can see back here as well. I'm so excited that I did it. And you guys might have followed my journey. And if you haven't, please consider going back and looking at some of my other videos about going gray and why I actually chose to go ahead and do it. And I'll be 50 in 2021. And I don't know, it was just the time. Like I felt like for me, I don't know. I mean, you know, I've been doing sun-in in my hair. I had been coloring my hair, perming my hair back in the day. And it was always like this statement piece for me, my hair, the color of my hair. I changed it. And I gotta tell you, something about having this in really makes me feel good. Now, again, and I think I've said this in some of my other videos, honestly, if you just let it go gradually, I feel like there's some definite joy in that because you're really embracing it. I just know me and my patience. Like I didn't want it to get, I had already gotten through the skunk line, and I don't know if you guys saw, but I'll put the little card up here. This is like one of the first transitions I did for going gray, and they've all been fantastic. But I gotta say, like I was to the point where, and I think there might be even just a little tiny bit of color still up here in my hair, but they're really, you know, I wouldn't have had any hair whatsoever. Although I gotta tell you, it's very freeing, and you know, it's okay if that's not your jam to have your hair super short. And I get that. And I mean, to me, it's hair, it grows back, but there's something about a gray journey that is the power of the journey. And it depends. Are you gonna let it grow gradual? Or are you gonna cut it all off? But I wanted to hop on here to show you guys what it would look like if you did chop it all off. And of course, it all depends on your head and your face shape or whatever. But to me, I just wanted to be like, I'm done. I wanna just take it from the scratch, take it from the beginning and start all over. And I'm not gonna lie, it's so easy. And I don't typically wear makeup. I know a lot of you already know that, but I did put on a face today just to kind of say, hey, I wanna really see what it is and really embrace myself. So if you are considering your gray transition, I would highly recommend it. But just know, I mean, you know, you're gonna have the naysayers that are gonna be like, you're gonna look older with it gray, or, you know, do you really want to do that? Or, you know, and that's okay. And honestly, until you're comfortable with the journey, you may never be comfortable with it. You may color your hair forever, and that's okay. But this is specifically for if you do choose to go gray. There's no right or wrong way to do that. There's so many other ways. You can blend, you can do baby highlights, which I've done. Like I've done all of those. And this one really seemed to be the best one for me. And I just wanted to show you guys that if you do it, it is something that you don't hide from. Like I can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna throw my hair up in a pony or I'm gonna put it forward. Like, I mean, here I am. So if you are considering doing the full-on chop off, because it is honestly the fastest way to get you to your natural hair color. If you do choose to do that, I will tell you, it is very liberating and exhilarating to feel, but only if you are comfortable with it, you know. Sometimes it's hard, you know, I think as people, and going gray has nothing to do with age. Like I know people who are 20 who have gray hair. I know people who are 55 and they barely have any at all. But there is something that I think says, especially for women, men too, but especially for women, that gray hair kind of dates you. It makes you look a certain way. And that's just another word and another way of society telling you, this is the box that we want you to fit in. And this is kind of my way of saying, I don't want to fit in a box. But I do want to embrace this, you know, I kind of like this whole like highlighted temple side here. And I wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of you have seen some of my other videos on gray hair and just, I mean, I'm an alternative therapist as well. So I don't know, I feel like it's done something for me mentally too, of just saying, okay, I'm ready to embrace all of me. So it is something that if you are comfortable, at least trying, you know, it's going to be a change, but it can be a very, very welcome change. But I wanted to show you guys, because I know some of you have followed my journey, and I appreciate every single comment that I get and so much encouragement. You know, I will say this, and I never realized this. There's a big silver sister and brother type community where it's everybody sort of going through that part, a different part of that transition, or they've been in that different part of the transition. And I got to tell you, it is just exhilarating. And I did want to get on and say, okay, listen, chop it off. If that's where you are now, chop it off, start all over. And it's kind of too like cutting out some dead weight. And I visualized it as like cutting out some past traumas and past emotional things and the box that I tried to live in where people, I don't know, judge you or say that this is what you're supposed to do. And I just didn't want to do that anymore. And it is what it is. But guys, I'm so happy that you guys have followed my journey, and I'm going to continue to do other type of content as well as hair content. But there's only so many directions I can take with this now. I can't be like, I cut this piece of my hair today. So I did want to show you this. And yeah, you know, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell in the corner for notification. You'll get notified every time I post. If you are going gray, please comment below, or if you've thought about it or if you've already done that, comment below. I'd love to see some of your feedback because this is still somewhat of a new transition for me as well. Talk to you soon.